I never thought I'd see the day when smelling like ravioli, Parmesan cheese, and butt would be the in thing, but here we are.
Now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door takes on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess featuring a bonus pin-up and the other two books in the Cyber Goddess saga at online booksellers everywhere today.
Just when I thought I'd heard everything with black women and the bonnets, your white celebrities take things to another level. Now, I was watching a Mad Black 80 video where he was talking about how these celebrities are talking about how they go days without bathing at all. Now, that is a disturbing thing for me to hear about because anybody who truly cares about themselves is going to do something about their hygiene. And you would think these celebrities who are making millions of dollars would go out here and be able to afford some soap to wash their ass. And you would also think that these celebrities, being prominent people, would care enough about themselves to go out here and take care of their hygiene daily because you are somebody who's in the public eye, and as somebody who is in the public eye, you want to leave a good first impression on people by showing you take care of your hygiene, and taking care of your hygiene is a sign that a person has good self-esteem, good self-confidence, and some semblance of self-worth. Because anybody who truly cares about themselves, they're going to have a standard for their hygiene, and that standard is going to be one of the things that they put first every day. Now, I'm not a guy who has a job or has a lot of big money, but one of the standards I have for myself is taking care of my hygiene every day. So every day I try to go out here and take a shower. Every day I try to go out here and shave. And I do that because I value myself and I want to go out here and put on my best face. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing from many of your celebrities is that they have the same dysfunctional mindset I'm seeing from the bonnet crowd. Now, this bonnet crowd, I got on them because they really didn't have any sort of standards as related to taking care of themselves. And the bonnet crowd of black women, they have no problem going out here in these bonnets, not taking care of their hair. They have no problem walking around in these pajamas and house shoes, and they have no problem looking as bad as they do. And when I'm looking at America, this is an extremely disturbing trend because it's showing me that Americans really have some really serious either mental health issues or extremely low self-esteem, because if you don't go out here and wash yourself every day, there's definitely something wrong with you as I see it. Now, I used to go to school with a lot of kids who didn't go out here and bathe on the regular, and I can tell you from experience, those smells that you experience from these kind of people, it's not something you want to experience, because when you don't wash every day, you got a bad case of BO, and that BO mingling with whatever funk is in the air, what it causes a person to do is smell like either ravioli or your Parmesan cheese or a scent I like to call peach. And these scents, they are not something that are scents that are aromatic. No, these are scents that just make you just want to puke because this person has not cleaned themselves in days and in some cases weeks, and they don't see how they are coming across to everybody out here. Because when you have a dude who is proclaiming, hey, I don't wash, what that person is saying is, I don't care. I mean, I have heard some horror stories after reading several articles, not only about the guys who don't wash, but I'm also hearing stuff about guys who don't even change their drawers and are proud to have skid marks in their drawers. I mean, this is a sign that you don't not only know how to wash your ass, you don't even know how to wipe your ass. And that's just, again, troubling when I see this type of behavior, because it just shows how far back people are going. I mean, in this technological age, people are regressing and not progressing. Yes, we've got all this technology that moves us forward into the digital age, but it's looking like people are going back to the Stone Age as related to standards, and that's a serious problem for me, because as a kid, my mother raised me to have standards, and one of the first standards she talked to me about was having good hygiene. And when I got into my teen years, I began to realize why it's important to have good hygiene, because the first impression you leave on people is being clean and having a good sense of being clean and being presentable. So a man, when he goes out here and he's got on a pressed shirt, he's got his hair combed, and he's got his face washed, it shows that this man cared enough about people to present himself in the best way. Now, he may not have a lot of money, but he has a lot of character, and that character is shown through the actions by going out here and a man washing himself, putting on some clean clothes, and then coming out and looking presentable for everyone. That's what a man of character does when he's out here. He wants to look his best and he wants to be his best, but when you have Hollywood celebrities lowering the bar for standards, that really shows us we're going in the wrong direction as a civilization. Because first, again, it was the bonnets and the pajamas. Now we got folks talking about they don't wash their ass. And when you've got people talking about not washing their backsides, it's not something that you should be proud of. It's something you should be embarrassed of, because you smelling like butt, ravioli, Parmesan cheese, and your peaches from the can, that's not a scent people want to go out here and smell. And I mean, I remember reading a Facebook post, a guy talking about how his woman didn't even want to go down on him because he had dookie drawers. This is embarrassing when you really think about it. I mean, I remember a Kid Organic video. He's talking about the guy with the sagging pants with the dookie drawers. I mean, this stuff is embarrassing when you think about it. A grown man with a skid, not even a skid mark, a mountain in the back of his shorts that he's sagging, and he's thinking he's looking fly, but I'm looking at him in that video and I'm shaking my head at this dude, because you're sitting there with a big mountain of dookie in the back of you and you're thinking that this is perfectly normal. No, this is not normal. It's not normal for you to be out here looking like this. I mean, this is stuff that people did in the caveman days, because they didn't know about the concepts of hygiene. They didn't know about the concept of being clean. And when you have grown men and women out here who have the economic resources to go out here and take care of their hygiene, talking about they don't wash, that's something I have to just really call that out. Because again, if you're like Ashton Kutcher, you got over $1 billion, you should be making washing your butt a priority. I mean, that's the first thing I would do if I had $1 million. It's the first thing I do when I don't have that much money at all. And that's the first thing I do, because I understand that a man who values himself, he is going to go out here and he's going to go out here looking clean and being clean, because if he can't be anything at all, he can be clean and take care of that hygiene and make it where he's at least taking care of one part of things, because at least he has one standard, and if he has that standard, then he's showing that he has some moral position and some value. But a guy out here who doesn't value his hygiene, or her hygiene, that's something I look at that and I say, there's something wrong with this person, because I could not go out of my house not washing, because I know the feeling of not washing. The feeling of not washing is you feel like you've got all this sweat on your body. You feel like you got a film on your skin. It feels real heavy. And when you're not washing, it makes you sluggish. It makes you really tired. And it really saps your energy. So one of the reasons I would say you go out here and wash is because it does replenish your energy. It replenishes your strength. And feeling clean makes you go out here and be better and feel better. So I would rather, again, go out here clean, because even if you don't have money, you have a standard. And it's a shame that we see these Hollywood celebrities going out here endorsing not having the most basic of standards in the greatest country in the world. And it's, again, absolutely embarrassing to see billionaires talking about how they don't wash for days, because you have the resources to go out here and take care of yourself, and you don't take care of yourself, and then you promote this as a social norm, not understanding that when you go out here and promote this as a social norm, you are promoting the same type of dysfunction I saw back in my days when I was going to schools like IS 148 and Park West, where these poor kids, they were going out here and they weren't washing, some because they didn't have the money to buy the soap, others because they were too busy running the streets, and they didn't understand that that funk you were radiating and smelling like this ravioli, Parmesan cheese, peaches, I mean, just smelling like all sorts of butt and all sorts of underarms. This type of stuff, this is not a good look. And the whole thing is, you got a grown man and a grown woman talking about this, smelling like all this, again, all this funk. And with the females, you're also smelling the fish smell, because they're not taking care of that area over there. And it's not a good look for anybody to be out here not washing. I mean, I know that some people say, oh, I'm in the house, but even if you're in the house, you're supposed to take care of your hygiene, because that's how you keep your skin clean, that's how you keep your skin clear, and that's how you keep yourself from getting all sorts of diseases, because when you don't wash yourself, what happens is the bacteria from all of that sweat and all that dirt, what it does is it piles up on you, and that creates bacteria on your body, and that bacteria causes things like pimples, causes things like sores, and causes things that really have you smelling real bad. So it's not a good thing to not wash for days. I know from experience it's not a good thing to do, and you don't want to have that sweaty, nasty smell that people have when they don't wash, because it's not a good smell to deal with. And again, it's somebody who's encountered this in junior high school and high school, and even some jobs I've had, I can tell you, nobody wants to smell your funk. And if you've got the money to buy some soap, if you got some money to buy some deodorant, take that money and spend it on that soap and deodorant, because nobody wants to smell your ass out here in these streets. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to try some of my positive publications on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, Isis, All That Glitters. The Goddess Next Door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today.